Hello, Witchy Sisters. This is Tasana. I'm your new admin, and I know you've been seeing a lot of changes going on with the page, and one of them is going to be a do-it-yourself type video about once a month, where I'm going to show you cheap ways that you can do things for your altar or for your garden or for whatever it is I decide. Right now, I have a fan. I'm going to show you how to make this really cool fan that you can use to smudge yourself with or smudge your house with or get your incense burning to use during ceremony, stuff like that. Now, I collected my feathers through the years. They're gray herring and an egret feather, which is the water bird, which is my symbol, my bird. It's the my totem, the bird I grew up with my whole life, going to powwows, stuff like that. I would always find these feathers. I would always see these birds, and I collected them as I grew up. So that's kind of where those came from. But you can use anything you want. You can use turkey feathers. You can use eagle feathers if that is your totem and you end up finding eagle feathers. If you see a bird on the side of the road, you know, sometimes that bird is waiting for somebody to pick it up, and just leave it in salt and clean it and use the feathers for whatever it is you want. Now, you can find a fan like that at your local spiritual stores, stuff like that for, like, I saw one actually today for like $165. So I came up with this idea, and it was only about $7, I think, with tax. So here goes. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Michael's, and you're going to get this stuff called Original Sculpey. It is oven bake. So it's really easy to harden and everything like that all by yourself in your kitchen. So this is really easy stuff. It's good. You bake it at 275 for 15 minutes each, 1/4 inch. So mine was about ½ an inch. I let it bake for 45 minutes just to make sure it was baked solid. You want to make sure you don't get holes in, or not holes, but air bubbles in the putty, because it can make it explode and crack and stuff like that. So keep that in mind when you're doing it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the putty and you're going to form it into a handle, any kind of handle you want. You know, this is all up to you. This is your own thing that you're going to make. So if you want it to be simple and easy, you can just make something like this, where you take and you put it like this. Makes like about a T, and you can take it and use the fan like this. So it's real simple, nothing, you don't have to go crazy with it. If you want to get more into it, you can take it and, you know, mold it out to the way you want. A really good hint to get it flat like I did is to take wax paper and put it in between the sheets of wax paper like this, and then take a rolling pin and go over it on a hard surface like your kitchen counter. And that gives you more of a flat handle, which comes in handy if you want to do something like what I did, which was put your own symbols in it. So I have the triple goddess symbol up top and the air symbol, because it's the element of air that I'm using to fan with, and that's also my element. So that's what you can do with that. Now, you might want to make sure you have like a really sharp knife. I'm using one of my athames that I use to do different things with, like cut herbs and stuff like that. Now you're going to cut the top of it straight and flat to where you have like an edge. Perfect. And you're going to take your feathers that you're going to be using, and you're going to want to stick them in. I'm going to use a stick because I used my feathers already. So you're going to take a feather, though, and stick it in the hole and kind of twist it around to where it'll go the depth you want, the roundness you want, and stuff like that. So once you've done that, you're going to have something that kind of looks like this. See the 4 holes? Now you're going to bake it in your oven for the amount of time that is needed. for the thickness. Now you don't want to go over a 1/2 inch because it will be too thick and it won't harden as well and it might break and things like that. So once you've done that and it's gotten all hard and you're ready to stick the feathers in, you might need a hot glue gun. And this will come in handy with your stick, and you can just, or not with your stick, with your feathers. Pretend this is the feather, and you just kind of put the hot glue on it and then you stick it in the hole. And once you've done that, you just let it cool for like 2 seconds and you have your fan. Now this is something that's really simple, really important to every Wiccan, witch, pagan, Native American, all of that. If you don't want to do symbols, you can use leather and just wrap it around the handle to where you have a handle, or you can even do bead work. You can lazy stitch, stuff like that, so that you can design it in any way you want. You can also put holes in the end of it and make tassels where you put bells or jingles on it to where you hear the sound of the air and stuff like that. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope that you make wonderful fans with it. And if you want, you can post your fan pictures on here and show everybody else what you've done. And this is mine, just to see it finished. And I hope you have a great day. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.